Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Mother's Day out there. This is Big G, and today I'm going to give you a build video. This worked very well in the beta. I'll go over the original skills that I used, and then I'll go over the changes that I made to this build to make it quite good, quite better. And I'm going to work with this build once the game releases on June 2nd because I pre-ordered the Digital Deluxe Edition, so I get to play the full version of the game on June 2nd. But the initial release is June 6th. So without further ado, we're going to go over the gear, the skills, and we're also going to go over the specialization skills. So I'm going to go into every detail here as possible. So, first things first is we're going to go over the gear. Now, the only thing that matters for this build is either this bow right here, called the Trick Shot Battle Bow. And the reason why you want this is because of Penetrating Shot, which is one of our good builds. And originally, I was using the Twisted Blades. I was using that for the build, and I did like it, but until I found this and wanted to see what Penetrating Shot was, it was so much better, in my opinion, than the Twisting Blades. So I switched out Twisting Blades. I like it so much better. It's so much more cool, and it's ranged attacks. Compared to Twisting Blades, you have to kind of be in the mix of you have to be in pretty close combat with the demons. But this bow really did the trick. However, if you don't get this bow, you can get the aspect, and I'll go over aspects here in a minute. You can get the aspect for it, and you can put it on a different legendary bow, or you can put it on basically any legendary that you have. But this is crucial to the build. This right here. This is very crucial. This is what you want, and this is what's going to make the build shine. As far as everything else, you can basically equip anything you want. They don't specifically have to be legendaries, but legendaries are more powerful, so if you want to go with power, go with legendaries. But basically, you can equip anything you want. Try to look for anything that gives you more attack speed or damage to core skills. Something that makes you immune. I highly recommend this amulet. You get this from doing the campaign, of course. Vigo in Act 1, he'll give you this. It's guaranteed once you complete the mission. So basically, when you're hit while not healthy, a magical bubble pops up. And if you stay inside that bubble and the enemies hit you, they don't do any damage for you for about 7 seconds. Helps in a way with survival, but it's just good to have when you're low level. And in this case, the cap is only level 20. So it's good to have at a low level, but once you get 20 or above, once a full game comes out, you could probably switch that out for something better. I have this equipped again because of the big damage reduction buff, 35%. So that was a good find. And then I got this for, again, defense, and I got a couple of rare stuff. And then I got a couple of these things. Like I got this. It's a level 10, which gives me an extra Dark Shroud, which is one of the other skills that I'm using. So again, you know, nothing really specific, but basically just this. And you want that penetrating shot aspect, so that's what made the build really good. And I will actually showcase this build in a dungeon in a way. I'll show how the build works. So next is specializations. You unlock specializations, I believe, at level 15. Like the first one, you unlock combo points. You don't want to equip that. It will be equipped until you unlock this one at level 20. And then, as you can see, the other one at level 30, preparation. I don't know what that does because we can't get to level 30 in the beta. But inner sight, for this build, you want that equipped. Attack marked enemies to fill up your inner sight gauge. When it's full, gain unlimited energy for 4 seconds. So you always want to have your inner sight full. This is very crucial to the build. So if you're gonna go with the shadow rogue, go with inner sight. It's awesome. It really is. Next, the abilities. Now this is gonna take a while to explain because the skill tree here, there's just get because it's level 20 in this beta, the server slam it's called. Today's the last day, by the way. You have until 12 p.m. Pacific, which is 3 p.m. Eastern. That's my time. So I have till 3 o'clock today to try out the sorcerer class. I wanted to try out the sorcerer class because they nerfed the lightning skills, but they buffed the fire skills. But I wanted to try an ice sorcerer because I found a build that's been working pretty well. So I was going to try that out today after I make this video. Anyway, since this is level 20, we cannot have access to the ultimate skills here. But another skill that's going to make this build shine, since I don't have access to it, is going to be Death Trap. Now, I saw videos on Death Trap, and this skill looks so cool. So basically, you place a trap that arms after 1.25 seconds. It activates when an enemy moves within range, dealing a total of 961 damage to each enemy in the area. That is huge. That is huge. That does a lot of damage. So that's going to be very, very helpful against mobs, bosses, probably the world boss Asheva, who I beat on the... I beat yesterday, Asheva. That's basically the main goal of the server slam, is to get to level 20 and beat Asheva within 15 minutes. I did that very easily on my very first try. That was a very, very proud moment for me. I actually didn't think I was going to beat her, but I beat her, and that was really, really good. Now, the trick to beating her, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but the trick to beating Asheva, yes, you have to be level 20. Because I had a couple of people in my group that were level 17, 18, and 14. They died every time they got hit. So Asheva was basically one-shotting them every time they got hit. Now, a lot of you might argue that Asheva is hard as hell. That is not true. Asheva is not really that much difficult if you know what you are doing. All of Asheva's moves that she does are very avoidable. You can dodge them. However, if you get hit with one of the sweeping attacks, or any of her sweeping attacks, if you get hit, you die. So, the trick to beating Asheva, hit and dodge, hit and dodge, hit and dodge. Like, do a couple hits on her, and then when she does to do her moves, dodge out of the way, and rinse and repeat. That's basically how you do it. Now, if everyone in your group knows what they're doing, and they're not, like, staying out of range and trying to attack that way, or just standing there like a fucking idiot, you're not going to beat her. If you try to beat her on World Tier 2, you will not beat her. You'll do some damage to her, but you will not beat her, because you only have 15 minutes to defeat her. It's highly recommend to take on Asheva on World Tier 1, which is what I did, and we defeated her with 3 minutes to spare. However, I didn't get any legendaries. Now, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get legendaries every single time you defeat her. If you happen to do get some legendaries once you defeat Asheva, then it's your lucky day. But you will get the weekly bonus, the weekly bonus that they call it. So, will I take on Asheva again? Probably not, because I already beat her. But if I have the time before the 3 p.m. deadline, I may take on Asheva again. Will that be in a video? I don't know. I tried to make a video yesterday, but I ran out of time defeating Asheva, so I wasn't able to make a video yesterday. So, there's that. So, Death Trap is going to be an ultimate skill that we will put in this build on the update. Once the game comes out, I will make another video for an update for this build once I get all the skills unlocked and equipped. I will update that. Now, Diablo 4 is going to be very, very fun. Very, 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 very fun, because there's so much to do, there's so many side quests to do, and just in the first zone alone, you can get up to level 25, which is 1/4 of the way to maximum level in the very first zone of the game, the first act of the game. And the max level is going to be level 100. You unlock the Paragon board, as you can see right there. You unlock the Paragon board at level 50, which is kind of odd, because the Paragon at level 50, which is halfway to the max level. In Diablo 3, you had to become max level to unlock Paragon. So in Diablo 4, it's a little bit different. But I'm looking forward to what the Paragon is. I heard it's a Paragon board, but hopefully they give us more in Paragon compared to Diablo 3. So really looking forward to that. Okay. So back up top here. So we're gonna go over the basic skills. First one is you want Invigorating Strike because of the vulnerable damage that it does, and then you're gonna go for Enhanced Invigorating Strike to increase enemy regeneration to 30%, and then Fundamental Invigorating Strike to do more vulnerable damage. And then once you unlock the core skills, like I said, I went with Twisting Blades first, and then I got Enhanced Twisting Blades and Advanced Twisting Blades. No, I did Improved Twisting Blades, I'm sorry. So I went with Enhanced and then Improved. And that worked for a while, but I didn't really necessarily like it all that much. So I decided to go with Penetrating Shot here. And this one is actually really, really, really good, because you get a 20% increased critical strike chance, which is awesome. That's really good, and it requires a ranged weapon, so basically your bow. If you have a bow equipped, you can use this skill. Penetrating Shot is a lot much better than Twisting Blades, in my opinion. Really, 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 really good. Some of these passives, I didn't really I didn't really pay attention to any of the passives that are on here. Like, like any of these. I didn't do any of those. And then we unlocked agility skills. Shadow Step is awesome. I love Shadow Step because you become unstoppable. And any skill that makes you unstoppable, you're gonna want, because you give more survivability. And you're basically gonna want that. But check this out. It also increases your critical strike chance, and you can also stun your enemies for 2 seconds once you use Shadow Step. It's very, 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 very good. So Shadow Step is a must for this build. Next up is the Subterfuge skills. And with this, you put 3 points in Dark Shroud. Dark Shroud is really, really good because you surround yourself with protective shadows, and you get about a 10% damage reduction per active shadow. So, times that by 5, that's a 50% damage reduction. That's awesome. That's really, really good. And then we went with Enhanced Dark Shroud. There's a 10% chance of not be consumed. And then Countering Dark Shroud, which is really, really good. You get 8 50% more critical strike chance. So we are increasing our critical strike chance, which is good because we want as much critical strike chance and critical strike damage as we can. Now I noticed for your weapons, you want to put sapphires in there to increase the critical strike damage. So make sure you put sapphires in your weapons. Compared to Diablo 3 where it was emeralds, I don't know if that is the same for Diablo 4. I have yet to experiment with the gems and how they work, how they make you do more critical damage, which was the thing in Diablo 3, and I'm pretty sure in Diablo 4 it's going to be the same way. So we'll just have to figure out what gems to put in your weapons to make them do more damage. Next up is imbuement skills. Now this is important. Imbuement skills are the building block of this, pun intended, build. You're going to want, because we're Shadow Rogue, Shadow Imbuement. You imbue your weapons with festering shadows. And once you use Shadow Imbuement, you do shadow damage. So, and look at that, explosion damage too. So, yeah, the infected enemies explode on death, dealing 158 damage to all surrounding enemies. So this is very, 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 very cool. I really love this. And then with that, we went with Enhanced Shadow Imbuement. Again, critical strike chance. So another 15% critical strike chance. And then make the enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds. So blended Shadow Imbuement. And then with that, we had a couple of passives here. We got Shadowcast, which lucky hit, shadow damage has up to a 10% chance to stun them. So we'll stun them with that. And then this one, each time to kill an enemy with shadow damage, you generate 10 energy. So we'll be getting energy as well. Very, 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 very well. And that's basically it. So now, let's go to a dungeon here. Let's see if let's do this one here. So we'll fast travel over to Margrave. And then we'll go inside that dungeon and I will showcase the build for you guys to show you how this build works. Okay, so we made it to Margrave. And I like to pinpoint my locations because they show up on the map and they show you the route to go. I'm not going to fight any of the enemies if I come across some. Yeah, there's a couple of enemies right there. We're just going to go right in the dungeon here. And then once we do this dungeon, I'm not going to do the entire dungeon. I'm just going to showcase you guys how this works. Alright, so once you start off, you're going to summon your Dark Shrouds and then imbue shadow damage. And then once you see enemies, you're just gonna hit penetrating shot, boom, and it blows them up just like that. And if you run out, just boom, just keep doing it. Get a group of enemies, boom. I love it, man. That's just awesome. That's really, really cool. Boom. Once you see enemies with that purple bar, they become vulnerable. So it's very, 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 very cool. Yep, so that's what you want to do. You want to have Shadow Imbuement. You constantly want to spam Shadow Imbuement. You want that on at all times. So again, put it, and then you're penetrating shot. Boom. Blows them right up. Like that every single time. It's very, very cool.
I don't have enough energy.
Easy as pie. So basically, that's how this works. This is Big G. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm not trying to become big or nothing, but the more subscribers I have, the more likes I have, the better. So, if you like this video, just please like and comment, and I will make more videos for you. I basically do build videos, I do unboxing videos, I do reviews, I do walkthroughs. If you want any of those things, or if you have a content suggestion, please let me know down below in the comments, and I will make the content for you directly from my PlayStation 5. So, I hope you enjoyed. This is Big G, and I will see you later. Peace.